What's going on, Make Money fam? We're here back at it today with another no job series, and what we're talking about today is the top 10 ways how you can realistically generate $10,000 a month and beyond that. But first, of course, you're gonna have to work up to $10,000 a month. And in today's video, I'm gonna go over several ideas of things that I've done to reach $10,000 a month, $20,000, $30,000 a month, and I plan to scale that, and other ideas which I haven't done, but would definitely consider doing if I didn't have my online business going right now. So some of these will be a mix of jobs, side hustles, online business ideas, but I'm sure there's definitely one of these that's gonna spark your interest. All right, so today's top 10 strategies are brought to you by that big fat like button down below and smashing that subscribe button, because it's kind of like giving me a tip. I teach you guys how to make some money and just do it quickly. And if you guys can give me a like and a subscribe, it really helps support the channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And coming in at number 1 is investment. Now you guys might be thinking, skirt, like what is she talking about? We're here to learn ways to make 10K a month without having a job. And see, that's the thing. When I left my 9-to-5 career, I was officially jobless. I'm like, okay, no more benefits, no more cozy check coming in every single month. What am I gonna do? And I definitely made a lot of mistakes. The first one was taking that leap of faith just a little bit too early. I should have stayed just a little bit longer, saved up more money until I was really comfortable and had an emergency fund built up, but that's beside the point. What did I do? I had a TSP, which was my retirement account that I had when I was a civil engineer. So what I did with that TSP was I cashed it. It was like $35,000 that I was able to get out after the penalty was taken, and then I was able to get credit lines of up to $60,000. So I had some cash, right? And what happened after that is kind of embarrassing. I spent it all, okay? I spent it all. Some things were good, some things were bad, but the majority of things that I invested in was bad. But listen to this, because if we're talking about making $10,000 a month without a 9-to-5, we are going to have to put in some serious investment of time, okay? Time, fortunately, is free. There's no monetary cost of putting in your time. It is the most precious resource that we have, and it's a lot of hard work, okay? And so I bring up this point of investment because my mother actually recently asked me the other day, what would you do differently with all that money you had, or with money you do have in the beginning when you're getting started? Did you spend your investment money the right way? And I'm like, you know, Mom, I really need to talk to my subscribers on YouTube about this because it's important that they know. Okay, so with time investment, we're talking about not wasting your time with the shiny object syndrome. If you feel like right now you have the shiny object syndrome and you're like, oops, did I cuss? Sorry. And if you're like, man, I'm like interested in this and I'm interested in this, and oh my gosh, this shiny object, this new program, this new training comes along, and then you're like, oh my gosh, there's a mentor over here who's telling me if I, mentor with them, they'll bring me X, Y, and Z. Stop, okay?
Stop it. Get some help.
Meditate on it and pick one direction to go, because if you're trying to, start 3 YouTube channels, if you're trying to start an e-commerce store, if you're trying to do all these things, trading Bitcoin, blah, 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 it's going to be crazy and you're never going to have any success. And that sounds harsh. And I'm like, dang, Marissa, kind of harsh to your subs. But, the point is it's true. If you look at every millionaire, billionaire, the reason why they are, having the financial success and building the wealth that they are is because they are focused. So your time investment every single day needs to be focused, and focused on one thing, focusing on what action step you can take every single day to get closer to your result, to fail fast, to keep going, to not get super down on yourself when you make a mistake or didn't get something done that day. It'll get done tomorrow or the next day or the day after that. But don't worry, just keep pushing and use your time wisely in a focused manner. All right, so the next thing, and this is still on the topic of investing. If I would have had that cash today, starting from zero to invest, holy crap, here's what I would have done. I would have invested in expert courses that aren't very expensive. They could range from $200 to $1,000, and compared to the university, compared to even your community college, that is extremely, extremely reasonable because most courses that you buy will have either, a 12-month period of access or lifetime access. And let me give you a prime example. There's a creator I know who has a course on remote rental properties and how to properly invest in real estate properties outside of the state you're living in and make those rental property homes into passive income. This girl has like 12 passive income streams, right? She also has a course about how to build an Etsy store and sell digital products from it. And I think these courses are less than $200. These are the types of things, you guys, if you see something like this, and this is something that's interesting to you to create an online income outside of your 9-to-5 or starting your own type of business, you can't be afraid to invest into these courses because it's going to give you an incredible ROI because that girl has spent the past decade learning about rental properties. And that girl has spent the past, I think it was 4 years, learning about operating her Etsy store. And so if you have the budget when you're starting, maybe you have a budget of $1,000 or something like that, that is definitely where I would put your attention, but just take it one step at a time. Buy one course at a time. Maybe you also invest in a course that teaches you software. These have been some of my highest ROI investments where I'm learning how to use the tools that I use on this machine, this computer back here every single day. For example, I invested in a course called Up Level with Asana. The creator is my friend Louise Henry. And I think it was a $400 course, but that course alone has increased my productivity and has saved me so many hours of my life not wasting them because she teaches how to use that free productivity tool. And oh my gosh, I would not be able to operate anything in my business, work with my team. And so the point is, if you see a solid course like that, I would definitely not hesitate to do it, as opposed to instead of this shiny object business opportunity that promises you'll make 6 figures in 60 days or something ridiculous. Stick to something logical, stick to something that interests you, and don't be afraid to make that upfront learning investment. It'll cut your learning curve. It'll get you to doing those income producing activities that you need to be doing every single day. Okay, so the next way to generate 10K a month if you don't have a job or if you're thinking about leaving your 9-to-5 job is to leverage smart traffic. What I mean by this is not all traffic is created equal, or at least not the traffic sources between Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. And let me give you an example. Recently, we're in the beginning of 2021 at the making of this video. Last year in 2020, my channel earned $94,000 just from Google AdSense revenue alone. And you may be thinking, how? And that's what I was like at the end of the year, like, how? That is super incredible. That's the, PR personal record of my YouTube channel. And it was an incredible year. Very grateful for it. And the point of that is that YouTube is, in my opinion, one of the most powerful traffic sources. And another interesting fact is the YouTube creator community contributed $16 billion to the US GDP in 2019. That's equivalent of a lot of jobs. I can't remember the exact amount, sorry. But the point is, the creator community and building up brands and marketing it with video is officially this next generation new wave of jobs, okay? It's never been easier to start a brand online and to make a full-time income as an influencer. So YouTube is one example. TikTok is another example. I recently started my TikTok account in January, and about 6 weeks later, I've actually kind of slacked off at posting on TikTok. I think I'm gonna post today. But the point is, I've gotten almost 9,000 followers, and I haven't posted that much. The point with TikTok is TikTok also has a creator fund where the US has set aside billions of dollars, and I think Europe has set aside, millions and millions of euros, I can't remember. But you can start monetizing TikTok from the TikTok Creator Fund. So that's really cool. It's kind of like the Google AdSense, but on the TikTok platform. And so there's so many ways to leverage smart traffic where when you upload content, it is evergreen content. And so I don't know if you guys have heard of that new application called Clubhouse. It's a new social media app, and I kind of like Clubhouse. I have mixed feelings about it. It's kind of like Twitter with virtual chat rooms, and you don't post any content. It's just you have a profile and you can follow other people. It's really weird. But the point is, you participate in a live chat room and then it just disappears. The chat room disappears, and it's like, okay, like the conversation never happened. But anyway, and this is why I say leverage smart platform traffic like YouTube, like Google traffic. Maybe you want to create a blog. Those are powerful ways to create SEO traffic that is evergreen. People are always going to be looking up and landing on your pieces of content for future advice so that you can help them solve their problems. And by the way, if your interest was just piqued on starting a YouTube channel that grows fast and that sells and you can monetize it like crazy, go ahead and download my Subscribers to Sales Blueprint. It'll be up here or the first link in the description. It goes through the 6 steps that you need to do to get started and do just that. All right, so the fourth way we're talking about for creating a lot of money every single month online without a job is by outsourcing a team. And so this could mean several things. As you're building up an online business, you definitely want to start outsourcing things as you're creating profit online, reinvesting back into the business, hiring somebody that can take over tasks for you that you just don't need to be doing anymore. Those tasks that really make you cringe, going through emails, maybe it's cleaning up emails in your autoresponder, maybe it's posting things to your social media, hiring a content manager, whatever it is. Outsourcing is very, very important. For example, with my YouTube videos, I have to outsource my videos because that's hours and hours and hours of time that would consume me every single week that I'd have to be doing to edit my YouTube videos. But instead, I'm able to save back, 7 hours, 8 hours per editing each video. So it's a huge time saver. And the other thing you can do is the other approach where maybe you're starting some type of freelance agency. Let's say it's a content management agency. Maybe you're doing some repurposing from clients. What you could do is advertise the jobs that you want to do yourself. So maybe you're like, hey, for $50, I'll repurpose your content. I'll work X amount of hours a week and give you this service. Okay, so maybe you take a stab at it of doing it first. Then the trick is to slowly outsource other people to help you with the job. So if you're charging $100 for a service, you want to pay somebody, $75 to do that job so that you are able to profit that $25, okay? So that way you're able to build out an agency, and realistically you can call it a passive income source because you are not having to fulfill the work of this agency anymore. So that's one way to start an outsourcing freelance business. The next way to make an insane amount of cash online without a job is to help people with things that you have already accomplished. What do I mean by that? Well, it really is as simple as that. Is there something that you've overcome? Is there a challenge that you accomplished? Is there a hardship that you went through that by the end of it, you're like, man, I'm alive, I got through it, right? Maybe it's a divorce. Maybe it was fertility issues. Maybe it was surviving a certain illness. Whatever it is, if you've accomplished something and people that are in the situation that you were in a while ago need help with, you can get paid as a consultant to help these people. Prime example, actually one of our students in the Subscribers to Sales course, his name is Logan Trudell. He is a retired nurse and he's only 27 years old. And the reason he quit, he did quit the nursing field, but he quit because he was super burnt out. He was having all these medical conditions, specifically one with his eczema. But he, quit the nursing field because it was extremely tough on him, on, his mental health, his lifestyle, everything. And so he quit. And now he helps other nurses stay sane in the nursing field, overcome their stress. And so he now has clients and is able to offer a service to these nurses who really need his help. And it's really cool because he recently started his YouTube channel less than 3 months ago, like 2.5 months ago, and started from zero, nothing. I remember when it happened. And just a short 2.5 months later, he's at about 800 subscribers. He's about to monetize his channel with the Google AdSense platform. And he just got his first paid client from his YouTube channel traffic. That's what I mean when I talk about smart traffic, is leveraging traffic that's going to bring you leads or potential clients that are interested in what you're selling, no matter what you're selling. Maybe it's a consultation call, or maybe it is affiliate marketing, or whatever it is. So that's an example of what is it that you know right now or that you've achieved that you can help other people overcome. All right, so the next way of generating a large amount of monthly income is with side hustles. Now with side hustles, going back to the investment concept we talked about in the beginning of this video, are we investing time or money? With side hustles, you will heavily be investing your time. It is essentially you trading your time for money and having an active income source as opposed to passive. So these are the side hustles where you would directly complete something and then get paid to do it. And so there's several different side hustle videos that I've made in the past, and some examples of side hustle jobs are with doing different things like delivery jobs. There's a huge demand right now for delivery jobs, especially during the pandemic. There's an app in the US called Handy, where if you want to clean homes, or if you want to clean offices, or clean anything really, or maybe you know how to do plumbing or something like that, you have a skill that people really need done in their homes, whether it's electrical work or something like that, you could do that through an app called Handy. Now, I don't know about you guys, but man, cleaning homes in the US is profitable. I mean, the average hourly rate of cleaners here in the US is like between $100 and $200 an hour. That's insane. Like, that's crazy to me. And so, don't downplay the cleaning services, and other types of side hustles that I've mentioned in the past. It's now more work from home, but something you can get started with doing free online. You don't need a credit card. You don't even need to prove your identity right away to make your first sale. And that is starting a print-on-demand store with Redbubble. And so the cool thing about Redbubble is if you're creating these free designs on Canva, you can upload them directly to the platform and position them on shirts, towels, curtains, whatever they have on there, and you can sell them. So Redbubble takes care of the printing and takes care of everything for you, and you don't have to worry about fulfillment and shipping to the customer. They do that for you. And it's pretty cool because there's millions and millions of users on Redbubble, so the traffic is there. You don't have to pay for Facebook ads to get this side hustle going. You can realistically create a print-on-demand store on Redbubble and expect your first sale within the first 2 weeks, 4 weeks, and there you go. You have a side hustle on Redbubble that you can scale and post more designs. The next way is with remote work from home jobs. Now, I know this video title is no jobs, but realistically, if you don't want to be in your job right now, your 9 to 5, if you're trying to create another revenue source with a job that's more comfortable, then this is the perfect option for you. There's so many companies right now that are demanding remote jobs. Obviously, because of the pandemic, I don't think the coronavirus is going anywhere for the next couple years, so people are getting cozy and comfortable in their homes. So a really popular job right now is assistance with vaccination. So a lot of companies are hiring positions where you would basically be scheduling people to get their vaccine. So you would schedule them on the phone, a different location, a different time, and you would be coordinating these things from the comfort of your home. So you'll be scheduling them also with different labs and with different, maybe there's community centers that are issuing these vaccines. So really the only thing you'll need is a good phone connection from home. And a lot of these jobs are wanting people to commit to minimum 1 year, so that's a good sign for you. Other resources, if you're wanting to look for remote jobs, I love jobspresso.co. I love remotejobs.co. There's plenty of different websites out there that have a lot of jobs available because small business startup companies are really wanting people with programming experience, software experience, and other sales and marketing experience. It doesn't even matter where you live in the world as long as you can get the job done. All right, so the next surefire way to create a 4-figure income, 5-figure income per month from home is with digital course creation. So what is knowledge that you have right now that you can package up and deliver in the form of video modules and sell to people? And this goes back to what I made in an earlier point where maybe you've overcome something that other people are currently going through right now and they want to accomplish. Or you know how to make cold brew coffee. You are really good with the stock market, really good with finances, really good with, what's another category? Maybe you know how to make homebrew beer. Maybe you are really good with starting profitable food trucks. Whatever it is, if you know how to do it, most likely there's other people who look to you as being the expert and can teach them how to do it. And that goes back to what I was saying in the other example of the girl who has a course about all kinds of stuff, about remote rental properties, about Etsy stores. She's packaged up her knowledge and created several different courses because her knowledge is in such high demand. She can't be teaching everybody one-on-one. And so that's why she's packaged up her information and created passive income streams on selling her knowledge. And if you're wondering how to get started with that, there's free platforms where you can upload video modules. I personally use a tool called KARTRA. It's an all-in-one business tool that does everything. That's why it's called all-in-one, because it does sales funnels, it hosts memberships, it does email marketing, it does everything you need to function to run an online business, basically. So to find out more about KARTRA, you can check out the link in the description below to start a 14-day trial for only $1. The next thing that you can realistically get going and make profitable in a fairly quick amount of time is creating a book, becoming an author, and having the book published on Kindle and having it on Amazon. There's so many people crushing it, being authors and selling these digital ebooks online. And nowadays it's, I guess, not easy to write a book, but it's really easy to find publishers and editors that will help walk you through you writing the book. So you're not sitting there with a pen and paper, writing page by page. They're helping you create the book fairly quickly. And so if you're selling your book on Amazon, don't quote me on this, but Amazon takes a percentage and then you get the royalty fees. I can't remember what the percentage is, but you can make profit from the book sales you're generating. You can also create profit by putting affiliate links within the book. So if you reference a source or reference a tool, a software within the book, people can click on that link and it'll go directly to your affiliate link and you will get the sale if that reader buys that product from your link. All right, crew, if you're still here and watching this video, that is awesome. Why don't we continue the fun, continue learning and growing together? I invite you to watch this video that's coming up next about more ways of generating passive income. Just click right here and we'll see you on that video.